There is no such thing as a friend zone. It doesn't exist. Before I prove it, let's define that so-called friend zone that so many guys believe is real. That term was first popularized by a 1994 episode of Friends called The One with the Blackout, where Ross, who was lovesick for Rachel, was described by Joey as being the mayor of the friend zone. This is how the concept came into public consciousness. But that term also has darker roots. Feminist writers have even argued that the friend zone concept is misogynistic and rooted in male narcissism. Sorry, guys. I agree to some extent. And we've met these guys. There can be an underlying message that being Mr. Nice Guy and performing kind acts demand a sexual or romantic reward. Again, it's not always that dark, but it can be. So for now, I'm going to talk to just the lovesick men. I'm going to keep these thoughts to the original idea behind the concept. The idea is the friend zone is a place men believe they're in love with someone, a place with high hopes that their friend will someday become more. But many times, as you know, if you talk yourself into believing you are in a friend zone, it ends in anger, self-pity, broken friendships, jealousy, and even finger-pointing. The conundrum of being in this friend zone can only exist if you're truly in love with someone to begin with. And if you claim to be in a friend zone, you were never truly in love with that person. There was nothing there. Let's break down what love is. And that's not going to be easy, but let's start with a thought that we can all agree on. True love is only true when both people feel it towards each other and at the same time. For true love to exist, it's also got to grow, and it's always nurtured. It happens over time. Now, infatuation and lust, that can be the beginning stages of true love, but they're not the same thing. And some people confuse those emotions because they don't know what they're feeling. Look, with true love, we also need bonding. Bonding happens in multiple ways: conversations, sex, companionship, laughter, sometimes tears, and deep respect for each other. Who put you in the friend zone? If you said anyone but yourself, you're wrong. You put yourself in this made-up zone. So why would you do that? Why would anyone want to go through those horrible feelings? You ready for the truth? It's because on some level, you don't think you deserve to find love. So you keep yourself from having somebody love you back. It's kind of a way to protect yourself from being hurt. You're not hung up on anybody. You are hung up on subconsciously not wanting to be with anyone. If you claim to be in a friend zone with someone, maybe you should take a good look at yourself and ask, why am I doing this to myself? And what am I expecting to accomplish from this? If your answer is to find true love from that person, you are fooling yourself. It's not there. It never was. And more than likely, it never will be. People who want to love you will love you truly, and they see you as more than just a friend. That zone you're in, you created that in your head. Place you created for false hope, and a place created by you to not move on. I think if you're honest with yourself, you'll see that you and that person are just friends, and always have been. Nothing more. That zone is in your head, not your heart. You created a delusional and dangerous place, and you did it out of self-preservation. Are you getting it? So now that you've discovered the friend zone is imaginary, the next logical thing to do is move on. Without self-pity, dumb anger, and without blaming the person you've been accusing of not feeling how you want them to feel. Basically, it's time to grow up. Put away the imaginary boundaries you created, because there's no such thing as a friend zone. Just friends.